Alexander the Great. A legendary conqueror. Introduction. Alexander the Great, also known as Alexander III of Macedon, is one of history's most famous and influential figures. Born in 356 BCE in Pella, the capital of the ancient kingdom of Macedon, Alexander's military genius and extraordinary achievements left an indelible mark on the world. His conquests stretched from Greece to Egypt, Persia, and parts of India, creating one of the largest empires in history. Early life and education. Alexander was born to King Philip II of Macedon and Queen Olympias. His early life was marked by both privilege and hardship. His father, King Philip, was a powerful and ambitious ruler who had already started to expand Macedonian territory. Alexander, even as a young boy, exhibited remarkable intelligence and leadership abilities. His education was entrusted to the philosopher Aristotle, one of the greatest thinkers of ancient Greece. Aristotle taught Alexander about philosophy, science, medicine, and literature, greatly influencing his later policies and worldview. Alexander's exposure to Greek culture and ideas played a pivotal role in his ability to unify diverse peoples across the vast lands he would later conquer. Rise to power in 336 BCE. When Alexander was just 20 years old, his father was assassinated, and Alexander ascended to the throne. Although his youth was a subject of skepticism among some of the Macedonian nobles, Alexander quickly proved his capability. He demonstrated decisiveness and strength, securing his position by eliminating rivals and consolidating power. His first military campaign came when he dealt with a rebellion in northern Greece. After swiftly defeating the Greek city-states that opposed him, Alexander set his sights on the vast Persian Empire, which was under the rule of King Darius III. Conquests and empire-building. Alexander's military campaign began in 334 BCE when he crossed into Asia Minor, marking the start of his legendary conquest. His army, though relatively small, around 35,000 men, was highly disciplined and well-trained. Over the next decade, Alexander embarked on a series of battles that would change the course of history. Battle of Granicus, 334 BCE, Alexander's first major battle against the Persian satraps. His victory secured the western part of Asia Minor. Battle of Issus, 333 BCE. Facing the Persian king Darius III in a decisive battle near the Orontes River, Alexander achieved a crushing victory, further weakening the Persian Empire. Siege of Tyre, 332 BCE. One of the most difficult sieges Alexander faced, the city of Tyre, modern-day Lebanon, resisted for 7 months before ultimately falling to Alexander's forces. Conquest of Egypt, 332–331 BCE. After the fall of Tyre, Alexander moved south and conquered Egypt, where he was hailed as a liberator. While in Egypt, he founded the city of Alexandria, which would later become one of the most important cultural and intellectual centers of the ancient world. It was in Egypt that Alexander was proclaimed pharaoh, and he visited the oracle of Ammon, where he was recognized as the son of the god Zeus. In Greek mythology, Ammon was often equated with Zeus. Battle of Gaugamela, 331 BCE. This decisive battle against Darius III near modern-day Iraq resulted in a complete Persian defeat and the eventual collapse of the Persian Empire. With the fall of the Persian Empire, Alexander became the ruler of an enormous territory stretching from Greece to Egypt and parts of India. Legacy and cultural impact. Alexander's empire, though short-lived, had a profound impact on the ancient world. His policies of integration and cultural blending, especially his adoption of Persian customs and the founding of cities like Alexandria, ushered in the Hellenistic Age. During this period, Greek culture, philosophy, and language spread across the eastern Mediterranean and into Asia. In addition to military conquest, Alexander is also remembered for his efforts to unite his empire. He promoted the idea of a cosmopolitan society, where people of various ethnicities could coexist and thrive. His marriage to several Persian princesses and the encouragement of his soldiers to marry local women were part of his strategy to cement this unity. Death and aftermath in 323 BCE, at the age of 32. Alexander died unexpectedly in the palace of Nebuchadnezzar II in Babylon. The cause of his death remains a mystery. Some suggest it was due to fever caused by an illness, while others speculate that he was poisoned. His death left the vast empire without a clear heir. After Alexander's passing, his empire was divided among his generals, known as the Diadochi, leading to a series of civil wars. While the empire fragmented, the Hellenistic culture that Alexander spread continued to influence the world for centuries. Conclusion: Alexander the Great's achievements were extraordinary and far-reaching. He revolutionized military tactics, spread Greek culture,